So back at Crystal Palace for the second skate of the year. It's a really odd one for when it's wet. So we've got quite a nice bit of direct sunlight in this nice like open space. And being that it's the winter and the sun's a little bit lower in the sky, you get a bit more in your face sort of light, as it were, being that it's just over there at the moment. But it dries, so the ramps are usable, and there's like a couple of foot of surface over there, but the floor that is also still in the sunlight is just horrendous. Obviously the bits in the shade still need to dry, but it's generally speaking just a bit odd in that regard. And then it's patchy around by the bowls, just dries really oddly, but some of it's dry and it will continue to dry as long as it doesn't start raining, which it doesn't look like it will today. So I think what I'm going to do is use that for like foot space or so, and then maybe when the far end dries up I'll go start doing some ramp work, you know, axle stalls etc, which I'm expecting not to be able to do today because again I haven't done anything over winter, or over the bulk of winter, November through to December, so I'm expecting to be a bit crap again, but that's fine. Not a professional, I do this for fun. Always wear a helmet. I know I'm probably not going to fall over, probably won't need it, and it looks a bit amateur hour-ish, but just boosts your confidence a bit, and if you do fall over and slip, less of an injury. Okay. You don't do gymnastics without mats and things like that, so why would I do skateboarding without the minimum of protections etc. I've been here about 20 minutes and I don't know if you can see because of the light, but all this is now dry enough. That's dry enough, that's still deadly soaked. There's just odd patches like there, and it still takes forever to dry. Oh. And then there's this death trap. Well, look how horrible that looks. I don't know if you can see because of the light, but all the leaves there. Oh. been my goal for the past 2 years to drop in and do this, and I'm still nowhere close. Not doing it today because it's wet and horrible, but that's been my goal for the past 2 years. And this sort of goes back to what I said in my first video of January, that you've got to have a goal, you've got to have that goal to do it. But I'm not disappointed with myself in terms of not being able to do it still, because I've achieved other things relative to it, if that makes sense. Oh, my feet are killing me after all of that. Yeah, it's definitely a lighter board than the one I was using yesterday. This is, so the last board you saw, or in the last video, was a board John gave us, and this is one of his ones that he's designed himself and made, and it's a Gabba Gabba board, which you can just about see under there, and still says on the board here. I think I mentioned that in one of the old videos from last year, but I thought I'll say it again. Yeah, it's a nice board. It feels heavier to hold than the other one, but it's definitely lighter to move around. Like the manuals just felt easier to do. Oh. Yeah, so this is, there's an improvement there in the manuals. I was able to hold them longer, I was able to balance them better, which is nice. I don't know if that's just the cobwebs coming off from yesterday and today, or whether it's the setup of the board, again the fact that it moves a bit lighter and the trucks are a bit looser and the wheels are a bit newer, or it might be the ground being a lot smoother and a lot more friendly. I say it's smooth, there's some potholes and things in them where the rain and people stand, and stones, and just generally chipping away, etc., which is a shame, but it's the wear and tear of the place, I guess. Those are the no comply, sort of not no comply things I was talking about the other day as well, just trying to get those back in. Well, I think I got 3 slow ones, which is okay. They're not consistent and they're not in a row, so I'm not entirely happy with that. I think my last video of no complies from last year, I got 3 in a row, so I need to build back up the consistency of that. So in the skate videos, that's going to be part of my warm-up. So manis, whatever those things are called, and just some rolling around